Well, it's new this morning, an international mystery with ties to our region. It all started earlier this year when a man's body was found inside a burned car in Oklahoma. Now investigators say the person who owns that car has ties to Russia and actually moved to Johnson City just a few years ago. KFOR's Cassandra Sweetman reports from Grant County.
A months-long mystery that so far has produced more questions than answers. It all began here with a body found in the burnt remains of a vehicle in rural Grant County.
So it's a very strange circumstance with a lot of unanswered questions at this point.
This international mystery began in May when a trucker spotted a flaming 1998 Dodge Neon on the side of a desolate highway.
Burnt beyond recognition. I mean, it was completely incinerated. It was just a shell.
Grant County Sheriff Scott Sterling says investigators pulled a man's body out of the driver's seat.
This may or may not be a homicide.
That's when the OSBI was called in to assist.
Right now, we have that vehicle tied to a Russian national who was living in Tennessee, but we haven't positively ID'd the victim in the car.
The car is registered to 53-year-old Vladimir Efimov. The Russian native moved to the United States on a visa in 1999, but investigators don't know why. In 2004, he moved to Johnson City, Tennessee, so investigators reached out to police there.
Spoke with the registered owner's landlord, who notified police that he had received a letter from the registered owner of this vehicle a couple days prior stating that he was moving out of the apartment and here was last month's rent, that he had lost his job.
A neighbor confirmed he moved out a day or two before the car was found in flames. The sheriff says Efimov allegedly held a few jobs since moving to the U.S., but that hasn't led to answers.
They're having a hard time confirming actually where his employment was or locating any of his employment records.
Investigators haven't found out if he has any family in the U.S. or even in Russia whose DNA could be used to help identify the charred remains.
If it is him, he doesn't have any ties to Oklahoma.
A puzzle that can't be solved until they find Efimov alive or confirm the body is his and figure out why the car was left burning in the middle of rural USA.
This is the type of case that somebody could sure let their imagination go wild on.
In Grant County, Cassandra Sweetman, Oklahoma's News 4.
Investigators say that they have submitted search warrants for cell phone data that could help track Efimov's travel patterns.